Should other countries be learning from China regarding their handling of the coronavirus pandemic? Well, there's a lot of pro-CCP YouTubers that seem to think that we should all be learning from China and the way that they've handled this coronavirus pandemic. And I'm gonna say that is absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. And here's why. Let us not forget this important fact in the story, in the narrative, that it was the Chinese government that covered up the initial outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. They lied to everybody, they lied to the world. They covered it up so badly, so much, that they even had to silence people who were trying to give out information. Doctors, nurses, the people who were on ground zero were silenced by the CCP. They have not allowed, to this day, they have not allowed an international investigation into the origins of the coronavirus, where it started in Wuhan. They locked people into their homes, they imposed draconian lockdowns on people, welded people into their apartments when they were sick. They lied about the statistics. It's hard to believe that only, 5,000 or so people have died in China from the coronavirus, especially when you look at the statistics of other countries with comparable populations such as India. You just cannot believe what they are saying. They always lie about their statistics anyway. Their media is forced to toe the party line because there's no independent media. They don't have independent media in China. It's all controlled by the state. So of course they're going to lie about everything. And their Western publications, such as the Global Times, are spewing the news to us foreigners, and we're all falling for it. So when these guys, these CCP shills, say that we should look to China as a good example, I say that's absolute nonsense. It's just rubbish. It's just so silly. It's just some of the silliest crap I've ever heard in my life. Now, there is one country that has done an amazing job of containing this coronavirus. And I'm going to give you 2 guesses as to which country it is. Just have a look around. This is the country that has controlled the coronavirus in an exemplary way. And this is the country that we should all be learning from in the West. Okay, let's look at the evidence. Taiwan has not had one single national lockdown. They may have closed off some certain areas for a while, but they have not had a lockdown on the level that we're having in England right now. Everywhere is still open. In fact, it's thriving. Places are open, people are going about their daily lives. It really is quite amazing to see, you know. Every other country in the world seems to be going into this huge lockdown, whereas Taiwan is just still going. Life is normal here. Okay, so they're taking some extra precautions. Everybody's wearing face coverings in public. You know, on the bus, I have to wear a face covering. Even when I'm at work, I have to wear a face covering when I'm in the classroom, and all of the students are wearing face coverings too. So they are taking these extra precautions, and rightly so. They have closed their borders for travelers from other countries. So that's another thing that we might be able to learn from them. They've imposed this 14-day mandatory quarantine for anybody coming into the country, including their own citizens. Okay, that's another thing that we could learn from them. I'm not saying that all of this stuff works, but it's just precautionary measures that could have an impact on the spread of the virus, which is just sensible, you know? They've taken all of the right precautions. They even ran simulations in Taipei to see what would happen if the virus did spread and how they would be able to handle it. You know, they've just done all of the right things. They've ticked all of the boxes. So when these CCP shills say that we should be learning from the CCP, that's just ridiculous. ridiculous. We need to look at Taiwan. We need to look at a country where their government cares about their people, where their government doesn't lock their people into their homes, a government that just does its best in a bad situation, and it really has worked here. It sounds like I'm shilling for Taiwan. I'm not. If I see something wrong, I will say it. I will say it. But so far, in regards to the way they've handled this pandemic, it's second to none, including China. So these shills saying China has done the best job? No, Taiwan has done the best job. Taiwan is the country that has done the best job. And that's right, Taiwan is a country. No matter what you say, Taiwan is a country that's handled the coronavirus pandemic in the best way possible. And that's why, if we're gonna learn from anybody, we should learn from them. So anyway, guys, that's my little rant over. This is Yang Guizi signing off.